Hi, my name is Paxton, and this is my final video log for the Global Learning Project. I think that my interactions with Adri really helped me open up my eyes to my own culture here in America. I learned that the things that we do here aren't necessarily always the right way, they're just a different way of doing things. For example, in Cuba at about grade 10 or so, they are allowed to go off to a university or a trade school. Adri told me that most people choose to go to a trade school for a couple years. So when they are 18, they're able to go right into their job or their career, which I thought was a really cool way of doing things. I have known Adri for a little bit now. We're not super close friends or anything, but I was still surprised to find out the things that I did about her and her culture. For example, she's fluent in both English and in Spanish. I've never heard her speak Spanish before, so I was really surprised. She said that her parents taught her English and that most kids in her neighborhood could speak English and Spanish because their parents taught them, not because they learned it in school or anything. And their parents taught them English because either they were planning on moving to America or they wanted their kid to grow up a little and then move to America and start their family there. So they taught them English in preparation for moving to America. So I thought that was really cool and interesting. I also found out that Adri does not like her accent, and she doesn't like it because when people ask her, "Oh, where are you from?" and she tells them Cuba, they always seem to "Oh, I'm so glad that you escaped Cuba and it must have been so hard there." And she said it wasn't really like that they weren't super poor, they're not refugees or anything like that. Her family just simply wanted more opportunities and more freedom, so they thought that America, they would have more freedoms and opportunities. So, and I thought that was kind of sad that most people assume that and that she doesn't like her accent because of that. I already think that this project has affected me. For example, I babysit for a Chinese family, and before this class or before this project, I would sometimes get a little annoyed by the different things that they would make me do and didn't quite understand it. But now I have done research on some things, like, for example, they make me put on these slippers right when I get into their house, and I did some research on the internet to figure out why I'm doing this, because didn't really like wearing those slippers for the whole time I was there. But I figured out that they just are trying to keep their floor clean and the feet are seen as dirty, and so now I understand why I'm a lot more open to it and not really annoyed by it anymore. It's just a different way of doing things. It's not necessarily a wrong way. Global accommodation to me means that you are open-minded about other people's cultures and beliefs, and you really try to focus on why they're doing things. I think that that's really what this project has taught me. If I know why they're doing those things, I'm more open and willing to accept it and understand it better, rather than just, oh yeah, they do this and that's it. I think that you really have to understand why somebody's doing that in order to really appreciate their other cultures.